A portion of this video is sponsored by Established Titles. The day has finally come for us to leave Texas. We are starting the day in Amarillo, and our plan is to drive into New Mexico and go explore and really make a road trip out of it. Buckle up, Jimmy.
Oh boy.
I'm ready to drive, right? Like, not missing anything?
So can you tell she doesn't drive that often? She has been driving a lot more since we bought and started traveling in the van. You trying to look past me?
Yeah, I can't see.
I think in the bus, I think we just got really tied up in our like traditions. Well, that's not a good word for it.
Traditions?
What's the word?
Gender roles.
No, that's not it.
That's not it. I don't know, like our roles as, you know, our jobs. It was Jimmy's job to drive.
That's just kind of how it started, and we never really switched it. So Natalie was always in the back, giving me navigation if I needed it. But now we can switch it up.
So fun.
You're doing good, Nat.
I'm trying my best over here. Oh, okay, that's yellow.
That's okay.
We're going.
Up here.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. You good navigator, Jimmy.
We haven't bought one of those car phone mounts yet, so whoever's in the passenger seat is completely in charge of navigating. So I have to walk her through every turn. I mean, she does the same thing for me.
I try to. I'm pretty bad. I've gotten us lost a few times.
So I think we're actually on Route 66 right now. It's really confusing when you look at the map, but I think some of it shares. Gosh, those cones are really close.
Yes, they are.
I think some of the road shares the I-40 interstate at some points, and so I think we're kind of on that section right now. Turn right up here.
Okay.
I missed my armrest.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's it right over there.
All right, I'm pulling off the road.
All right.
Bump, bump.
Bump, bump.
Oh, snap.
I like how they even painted the dumpsters.
That is caked on spray paint. Oh my gosh, you can see it's like that thick of spray paint at least. We did not make it very far out of Amarillo before stopping. This is only like 8 minutes into our road trip. This place is called Cadillac Ranch. It's a bunch of Cadillacs sticking up out of the ground, and you're allowed to come and spray paint.
You see it?
Yeah, I could see that.
J&N, memorialized forever.
I'm sure that'll be gone later today.
Yeah. There's a date here from yesterday. I think these get covered up pretty fast. Cool. I think you forgot you had the key.
I'm not used to it yet.
Nice. Bye-bye.
Oh. Bye-bye, thank you.
That was pretty cool.
That was cool. This has got to be the coolest, funnest, and uniquest sponsor we have ever had for our channel. Since we've partnered with Established Titles, Jimmy and I are officially Lord Jimmy and Lady Natalie. I know that sounds a little crazy, so let me explain. In Scotland, landowners are referred to as lairds, which in English just basically means a lord or a lady. So, when you buy a title pack from Established Titles, you then will become the new owner of a small plot of land in Scotland, which then officially makes you a lord or a lady. You could officially include the title Lord or Lady on your credit cards, plane tickets, dating profiles. It makes a great last-minute gift. And it's also a really fun way to be kind to the environment. Established Titles plants a tree with every order, and they work with global charities to support global reforestation efforts. The first 200 people purchasing a title pack using our link will get a plot of land that is effectively right next to ours, within a few minutes of walking distance. So depending on how many of you want to become a lord or a lady, we could potentially form our own little Jimmy and Natalie kingdom. Established Titles is actually running an early Black Friday sale, plus if you use our code, Jimmy and Natalie, you'll get an additional 10% off. So head over to establishedtitles.com/Jimmy and Natalie and get your gifts now.
I feel like it's taken us a while to get back into like the traveling mindset since we've been doing the van build for so long. So I feel like this was a good start.
This road looks like Route 66.
I think this road is actually Route 66.
It is?
Yeah, according to Google Maps.
I called it.
I see the cafe. This place is wild.
Where do I park, dude? Closed.
Oh my God.
What?
I can't even see it. All right, what time does it say they'll come back?
Might have to go check the door. Oh, someone has a doctor's appointment, so they're opening at noon today. This must be like a pretty small operation if, you know, a doctor's appointment is the reason it closes. That's pretty cute.
The main reason we wanted to stop here at this cafe is because it is the MidPoint Cafe, which means it is the midpoint of all of Route 66. There is, how many miles is it?
1,139.
1,139 miles that way and 1,139 miles that way. And we are right in the middle. We were on Route 66 for like maybe 10 miles, so I feel like we really don't deserve to celebrate this milestone.
There's no wind in here.
I know.
I feel like we can talk.
All right, well, I think we got here way too early, and they're not gonna be open for a few more hours at this point, so I think we're gonna have to skip it.
Yeah, that's all right.
She saw on the menu online that they have the famous Elvis cake?
Elvis pie.
Elvis pie. It's what Elvis got when he was here, and he apparently really liked it.
I'm making Jimmy drive for the next stretch.
I enjoy it, I don't mind.
All right, towards Los Angeles.
Let's go.
Jimmy's not super thrilled because the last place we filled up was about 50 cents cheaper per gallon than this place is. It's $4 a gallon, which, you know, it could be way worse.
Dude, gas is $4 here. That is so expensive.
It used to be a lot worse. But
It did, yeah. The last place we filled up, it was $3.50 though, and I was getting excited for lower gas prices, and then it's $4 here.
can we still afford to go in and get a soda?
I think we're gonna have to, I'm tired.
Yeah. Yeah, Jimmy's been doing a lot of driving today. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're next, you're driving the next.
I am?
Yeah, you're gonna drive the next leg of the journey.
We're driving into a city.
Are we really?
Well, not really. We're going to Santa Fe next. We're about 45 minutes away, but I was not planning on driving into it. If I can control the radio, I'll drive.
You controlled the radio all the way here. Yeah. I'm writing down the mileage to the van, so we've been getting about 16 miles per gallon. When we bought it and we drove it empty, it was 20 miles per gallon, but we did put in like 2,400 pounds. It is still, what is that, double what the bus got.
Yeah. Plus, we're buying gas and not diesel, so we're saving a ton of money already.
This is when these chairs come in handy. All right, we've got our soda, we've got our gas. You ready to road trip some more?
Santa Fe, here we come.
This excitement does not last the entire trip. There's hours of us just sitting there quietly riding in the car. But I feel like every pit stop, we always get like excited again. It might be the soda we just had, but either way, we've got energy.
All right. Almost done for today.
So our plan for the rest of today is actually to make it to Santa Fe, New Mexico. Our overall plan is to get to Colorado, but it's getting a little late. So I think we're gonna try and stop in Santa Fe for the night.
And I promised Jimmy I wouldn't nerd out too much about this, but one really cool thing about Santa Fe, New Mexico is that it is the oldest state capital in the United States. It was founded in 1610, which if you think about it is like really old for the US. That was my first time backing the van into a parking spot, and I nailed it. It's so straight.
I'm so proud of you.
Aw, thanks. So this building behind me is the oldest church structure in the United States. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the oldest house in the US is also kind of in this area. So we're gonna see if we can find it.
I think you can kind of see it right there.
Oh, really? So this is the oldest house in the US. It's almost 400 years old, if my math is right. You can actually go inside of it, but we got here a little too late, so we can't go in, but this is it.
So it's actually a pretty remarkably small building. Online it said it is a 2-room building. We tried to go around back to see if we could see anything, and there's pizza parking back there. So
we're just kind of exploring downtown Santa Fe. Our plan next is to walk around the plaza. I don't really know what's around there, but I think there's some historical monuments, and it looked really pretty from driving in.
Natalie, don't look behind you.
Oh my God. So that chapel behind me has a spiral staircase made entirely out of wood, and you can go and look at it, but you're not allowed to climb on it unless you pay to get married at the venue, and then you're allowed to get on one of the steps, briefly.
So we could not have timed that any better. We got to the plaza right around sunset, and we were able to see all the shops still open. We got some amazing views of the buildings, hotels, and a couple churches.
And the parking was free.
Oh yeah, we read online the parking in Santa Fe is a nightmare, but since it's after 5 p.m., we found free parking, which is awesome.
We were really tempted to get a slice of pizza, but I think we're gonna try to reserve ourselves because I think we're gonna splurge financially tomorrow and do something fun.
Yeah.
That being said, we're gonna move to our final parking spot for the night. I think there's an IHOP on iOverlander that will let us stay, and we're gonna fix dinner in the van. So I made us some burrito bowls for dinner. After we eat these, I think we're pretty much gonna go straight to bed. We've got a big day planned tomorrow, so we're definitely gonna need our sleep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good morning. We got up bright and early today, and we are heading to Meow Wolf, which, if you hadn't heard of it before, it's like an interactive, psychedelic art experience. And Santa Fe is really well known for their art scene, so we're excited to check this out.
And this one's called the House of Eternal Return.
Ooh. So there are 3 Meow Wolf locations in the US that I know of, and each of them kind of has their own story behind it. So the one we're going to today in Santa Fe is called House of Eternal Return, like Jimmy just mentioned. And the story about this one is revolved around a family that, yeah, I'm gonna have to reread it because it's like an interdimensional stuff.
Okay.
Let me look it up. So I don't want to ruin the experience too much for me and Jimmy before we go in and see it ourselves, but the back of the book description would basically be that it's focused around the disappearance of a family, a fictional family.
Supposedly. Supposedly fictional.
I hope it's fictional, because otherwise this might be a sad thing. We've heard that they can be a little picky about their camera rules and what type of camera equipment they let you bring in, so we don't want to risk anything by trying to film us walking into the place. We're just gonna cross our fingers and we'll pick you up when we get inside. That was really cool and unlike anything I've ever seen before. It was super immersive. We were in there, we didn't check the clock until we left, but we ended up being in there for 3 hours. Just kind of exploring all the exhibits, and it was fun. We really got into the story. We solved some of the puzzles and found a couple secret passageways. It was very cool. If I'm totally honest though, I felt a little overwhelmed. I don't think Saturday is the best time to come visit. It was absolutely packed. We were here in the morning, so there were a lot of screaming children, but it was fun though. It was real cool. I'm glad we got to see some of the Santa Fe art scene before we leave. So my favorite thing, there's probably two. The first one was this cool pastel cotton candy room. I don't know how else I would describe it. Alright, this is my favorite room. But it just looked really pretty and a lot of like light pinks. It was cool. My other favorite was, so like you go into this laundry room and there's a dryer and it looks like a little galaxy inside the dryer, and then you can climb into the dryer and slide down into this really cool galaxy room where you're surrounded by twinkling blue lights and there's all sorts of like art on the wall. It was super cool.
It was such a psychedelic experience. It's really hard to describe it, but my favorite was definitely the neon forest that we walked through.
Yeah.
That was nothing but trees made out of neon lights and mirrors on the sides. That was really cool. That was definitely my favorite.
We've got other stuff we want to do, so I think we're gonna rally and then get back on the road.
We're actually gonna head out of the city today and start heading towards Colorado, and I think Natalie's got a fun campsite picked out.
Yes, I do. We just officially left Santa Fe. I really liked that place. I would love to go back one day.
We don't have much to compare against, but like how condensed everything was and how much artwork there was, it really reminded me of Sedona.
We just turned off the main road. We still have about 12 minutes to go before we get to the wild camping area we're hoping to stay at tonight. And I can't believe how pretty this is. There's all these trees with yellow leaves. I didn't realize that they had trees like that in New Mexico. I feel like we're actually getting to see fall, and I didn't expect to this year. So this is awesome.
Oh boy. I think it's a dirt road from here on out.
That's how you get to the good spots. So we don't feel too good about this dirt road. It got really, really choppy towards the end, and we still have a couple more miles left, so we're actually gonna turn around.
Oh, well that's disappointing. We made it pretty far, but we still have a couple miles to go, and I do not feel comfortable about these roads, and I really don't want to push it, so. Holy moly.
All right, Jimmy, you did it.
Oh, that was stressful.
Yeah, let's go back to Walmart. See, it's times like this that make me think that the Walmart parking lots we stay in really aren't too bad. Huh. Jimmy, don't get bit. Oh, super safe driving practices.
Oh, well, that was cool.
Yeah, that's cute.
That's snake number 2, I think, that we've ever seen.
I'm glad you didn't hit him with the tires. He's okay?
Yeah, he's fine. So I'm curious to see if anyone knows what type of snake he is.
I think we found home for the night.
It's no Riverside View, but I think it'll do for tonight.
Yeah, we don't have any service, but it is really pretty out here. And we're close to the road, so if we want to keep traveling tomorrow, it'll be easy for us to get started.
Yeah, we're pretty close to the road.
I'm choosing to see that as a good thing.
Even though we're really close to the highway, I think we're gonna do our best just to try to relax tonight and enjoy the nice weather. I feel like we're really used to traveling in the summer and the winter, but we don't get this good temperature very often. So we're gonna sit back, enjoy the sunset. We don't really have any hot chocolate or anything, but maybe we'll make some chocolate milk or something.
We're making chocolate milk right now.
You want some?
Yeah, I want some. You look like a barista.
This is my kind of drink.
Will you make mine a double? I'm kidding.
That's gonna be a lot of chocolate.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
You're welcome. This right here is how you enjoy the New Mexico desert. Just us, pancake, and a little bit of chocolate milk.
Aw. That's pretty good.
Well, the last 2 days have probably been the most eventful we've had in the past couple months. We traveled all the way from, where did we even start? Texas?
Yeah, Texas.
And now we are really close to Colorado. We're in a small town called
Abiquiu.
Abiquiu, I think that's how you pronounce it.
It might be wrong. It's
Probably wrong, it's probably wrong.
got a lot of vowels in it. I think this is where we're gonna end the video, and we'll pick you guys up next week for our next one.
Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.